This call is being recorded.
Good, I hit the right button. Welcome to the artwork of CP, everyone. For those of you who are now totally updated with Apple toys and Apple laptops and all of it, we're going to talk about our favorite features in iOS 15, which is iOS 15. For those of you that haven't updated yet, either iPad OS, either Watch OS, and then the laptops and the iPhones, go back and listen to last week's episode just because of there. And one thing I forgot to mention on last week's episode, which I'll mention now, is that a lot of these communication devices are 9 times out of 10 iPads now. So a lot of these augmentative communication devices, AAC devices, that help kids speak are iPads. So yes, any speech pathologist slash any I was going to say any OT, but speech pathology does it more than OTs, although they typically do it all now. So any speech pathologist, if you're using AAC device, augmentative communication device, which Danielle sometimes uses. And yeah, she says yes. Well, yeah, she got the new iPad Mini. Lucky her, lucky duck. And I still don't have the Apple Watch, you guys. I haven't functioned on that for about a couple months now, but I'll be happy to function on that. Danielle, if you want to turn your camera off and just leave it off, that's perfectly fine with me. I'll explain why. I'll explain. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll explain why I just said that, because the cat is in the camera and we're trying to juggle a cat and move him off the camera. So the cat's name is Puma, by the way. And so that's why I said if he wants to turn the camera off and just leave it off, that's perfectly fine. But for those who use augmentative communication device, you may want to ask your child's physical therapist, can you update it to the newest operating systems? And these, these iPads now, all new Apple devices come with the latest operating systems already on them. So to give you an example, Daniel's new iPad Mini already came with iOS 15. So those of us who are a million miles behind the latest and greatest devices, and drives me nuts, as I said last week, that Apple tends to break their devices when they get too old. So they want you to spend more money. Thank you, Apple, for making us spend more money than we plan to spend. And yeah, thank you, Apple. But that's a side note. But Apple does really, really great with assistive technology. So that's why instead of the assistive devices being so huge, I mean, we're talking about in the 90s, yes, in the 90s, I'm dating myself, we're talking about these assistive devices, communication devices, were the size of a table. The size of a table. They want a skinny little iPad. They want a cell phone by any means. And so you may have to ask occupy. I keep saying occupational therapist. You may have to ask a speech pathologist if they can, if they're trained in technology enough to do it, to update the devices, and if they can't. I was going to say Apple geniuses may get it, but it depends where you are. If you have access to Apple Store, I actually have access now to Apple Store. It took me 33 years to get out of authorized retailer situation, and so I would say the Apple stores have um, have some sort of assistive technology. I'll look into that, you guys, and I'll check to see before I stick my foot in my mouth, and then I'll check to see if Apple stores can help you guys, or better yet, just ask a technology genius to do it, who's willing and able to help. And yeah, who's willing and able to help if you have the neighbor next door that wants to make a couple extra bucks, and you can help, they can help your kids. The only reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of assistive cerebral palsy and assistive devices go hand in hand. And I just met with a phenomenal speech pathologist. Thank you very much. And she came out to help me and gave me tips, even though I don't need speech pathology on a daily basis. It's always nice to have a refresh course. And so this is what made me think of it. I'm like, well, we have to get these assistive devices back up and running, because I know Danielle had a challenge, and you guys probably all have a challenge now until I mention it. So if you have the time and you're meeting with uh, speech pathologists, um, have them do it, or have the Apple Genius do it, and I'll look and see if have they can do assistive technology, and then I'll also look um, and see if there's any. Otherwise, I'll just have a genius, able-bodied kid help you. I mean, those are the ways I can think of. And again, just to give those of you who are listening, who are dealing with assistive augmentative communication devices, AAC devices, they call it in the speech pathology world. AAC devices, for those of you who are like, I don't have time to take it to Apple Store, nor do I have a kid willing to help my kid, which that's unfair if you don't. Again, it's the toggle in the wheel. All you have to actually on the iPad, it's toggle in the wheel, and then it's um, hit general and software updates. About it's about and then software updates, and you should be good to go. And iOS 15 is out now for the fun part of iOS, and I'm going to sound like the idiot beyond idiots when I say my favorite thing, well, two favorite things. My favorite thing is now the do not disturb modes because um, the do not disturb modes have gotten better. I'm the queen of do not disturb, and the do not disturb modes both on the well on all Apple devices have gotten better, and of course and because for me, speech dictation gets better every single time I use it. And with my supposed job that I'm getting down in Arizona, yes, I'm getting a job. Yes, I'm slowly but surely transferring back into the workforce, not in education again. No, thank you to the education field. But I've been asked a lot, well, how do you type? And it's like, I don't type because of my cerebral palsy. I speech dictate. Well, when you update update to the latest and greatest technology, along with that comes better speech dictation predictions, and on the each time the when and I remember talking to well, first of all, I'm going to share a story with you. I because I had cerebral palsy in the 90s, and because I was in school, my parents tried every which way with me, and we tried speech dictation in the 90s, and that was a complete disaster. I had a big secretary headphones on and tried to say the repetitive sentence, the fox jumps over the lazy dog, if you know what I mean. And that was a complete disaster. It didn't pick up anything. So now it's 9 times out of 10, it does pick up. And so you just have to be really careful about what you land up saying, what you land up saying to speech dictation. And so if and yes, if you have hey speech dictation on the Apple side, she'll go off. I don't have hey speech dictation on my phone. I turned it off a long time ago. So you may have to go into her settings and turn it off when you listen. So that's why I'm conscious about not saying her name. And so that's why I'm conscious about not saying the name so she doesn't kick off. And so when my two favorite things are the speech dictation and, of course, the do not disturb modes because I'm a do not disturb queen now. And since I'm not, well, I'm alone, but my office is my office now is too. I had this big giant office. Now I have a workstation in the corner of my living room, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, but coming from a big giant echoey office, and you guys have those of you who've seen videos of me in that big giant echoey office, yeah, big time. We turned the library into my office, which I miss, but at the same time, I'm excuse me, geez, I'm happy as a clam, working working away in my corner, tucked away, and people don't seem to bother me. I mean, my roommate is upstairs right now, so and she's in class, so she's got her set up, I've got mine, and so it's like we're doing well on that. But and if she's in the room, I'll pop my headphones in. But you really have to concentrate on speech dictation if you're going to use that feature. So I'm going to turn it over to my lovely BFF because lovely BFF has stuff to say. So BFF, take it over.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You like
yeah, you,
the new look?
yeah,
The new look and I'm shocked that you said that. I thought you were going to pick a feature, but you like the new look. And Glenn, you guys, the new
yeah,
look, the new look is a lot less invasive than it has been in the past. So
yeah,
it's
you,
it does look better. Yeah, it does look better. And I'm shocked that you say that. I like the new look because I thought you were gonna pick a favorite feature. I thought you were gonna say I love the Apple Pencil. Yes, and you got the Apple Pencil.
yeah,
And
yeah, I need to no, because I was no there to say not you are tired because I did the same to say
well, you got the Apple Pencil before you got the the iPad itself.
yeah,
Yeah, so now you
well, I did have the same to say.
yeah, okay. So now you're gonna put all of it together. But again, I'm shocked that you said I like the new look in general because I knowing you, I thought you were going to say I like this. But the new look in general is a little easier on the eyes, and I don't know about Danielle, but my eyes, ugh, my eyes, due to cerebral palsy, are super wonky, super wonky. So if and I'll admit this, if we don't have loud, bright colors in front of us, it's a little bit easy on the eyes. So no wonder why you said new look, because I even in the settings, it doesn't um pop out as much as now. Now that you think about, now that I think about it, I guess number one would be speech dictation. Number two would be the do not disturb, and number three would be the generalized look. Yes, Apple, you did a very good job on the generalized look because even on the even on the laptops, it's getting more and more discreet, and of course the phones are more and more discreet. So I've been Apple girl for years. I tried PCs, didn't like them. So I have been lucky enough to get assistive technology to be Apple. And when my laptop breaks, um, it hasn't broken me yet because it's only a 2019. And when my laptop breaks, I can either get a new one or just claim it as a assistive device, or ask the nice person who gave me this for my birthday to get me a new one. I'm sure. So I will always land up being on Apple devices, and I love it because Apple makes it easy, and so I will if I land up needing a AAC device, it will be Apple. If I land up needing, if I get to the point where I can't use my own vo- my own voice, and I land up being like Stephen Hawkins, and I'm very intelligent woman trapped into a body, it will always be Apple. It will always, always, always be Apple because the PCs, number one, a little bit hard to work, and Apple's always been great about assistive technology. And so I will always be an Apple girl. Danielle will always be an Apple girl. And so as we close out this episode, um, on Friday, this episode this episode will go out today because um, yesterday was a little bit wonky. But on Friday, Danielle is actually not going to be on the Wi-Fi. She's actually having implant surgery. So basically, the part I said I would, which is still true, I said I would give her months off to let the implants set and let her recover. And so on, as of Friday, this will be the last episode you guys will hear of the artwork of CP, just because my co-host is having implant surgery, and don't I would feel really bad if he goes and opens his mouth. I know Danielle's going to try to open the mouth. I know because she's like that. Recovering from surgery drives us both nuts, trust me. And so recovering from surgery drives us both nuts. But because Danielle is having implants again, implants for the first time, and then they need to do 4 sets of implants, and including recovery. So it's going to do it 6 months. Am I correct in saying that, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I am, yeah. So it's going to take 6 months. Well, each time she goes in, I'm going to give her a month off to let everything heal, and it's gonna be an interesting puzzle. I'll miss my little buddy, but I miss her anyway because she's home and I'm down here. Um, so it's gonna be it's I'll figure out something to do. My God, you guys, I'll figure out something to do. Oh, by the way, I am actually working on, speaking of podcasting, I am actually working on a special project that you guys will not necessarily be involved, but you guys will definitely champion. I hope because this is a project near and dear to my heart, and it does have something to do with podcasting. So I hope you guys will appreciate the hard work that we are putting into it. I'm lucky because I have a team to help me with this podcast, so it's not just me. And this podcast will be edited. We are now looking, getting it organized, and it's for the um, BIPOC Foundation, which will be the BIPOC Foundation was established there in San Diego. If I'll I'll send I'll send the website to Danielle. I have it. I just don't have it on her text message, but I'll send the website to Danielle, and maybe I'll go into course how I found the BIPOC Foundation, and maybe I didn't know they're going to be using my gifts and talents in podcasting, but apparently they are. So I am happy to be assisting with that, and they do a lot of great work. And this is just going to be the extension of their great work, and so it's going to be really, really fun. And so I'll let you guys know when the launch is, and it's going to be really, really fun. And with that open out, I'll let Danielle say her little piece for the last time for about a month because, as I said, she's having surgery and can't talk. So this ought to be interesting. And so I will, yeah, I will. You guys won't be hearing us for about a month, and so Danielle's thankfully Danielle's quick on text, so she'll keep me updated as to what's going on. So when we do have a re-grand entrance, and of course the feed isn't going away, but Danielle is going away, and the only appropriate thing I know to do to let my BFF heal is give her the time to heal. So I am that's and plus I need a little bit. I need a little bit of a break. I'm doing. People are now asking me, "Can you do this? Can you do this?" I'm like, "No, I don't have capacity." But Danielle, because of Danielle's surgery, I now have the capacity because I get a built-in break. So Danielle, do you want to say what you want to say for the last time?
Yeah, yeah, so, so, yeah, uh,
Thank you for following us, you guys. And thank you for following us. And if you guys want to subscribe or leave a review, be my guest, and all, as I said, Danielle is so quick on text. She can type 1,000 miles a minute on text. And so, even though she won't be able to speak due to implants, she will keep me updated, and I will keep you guys updated as to when we do our re-entry episode round one. And as I said, as she said, it would take 6 months to get all implants ready to go. So all implants implanted in her mouth. So round one is coming up, round two, round three, we're doing it in rounds. So now Friday morning begins round one, and then she'll let me know, and then we'll just keep doing it and rounds to you guys. And in the meantime, you guys enjoy, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye, you guys. Thanks, you guys.
bye.